Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you are good and doing well. Today we are going to discuss about in our IIT class our first chapter relations and mapping. Subtopic is subset. So here this is the definition of subset. A set A is subset of set B if all elements of set A are elements of the set B. Once again I repeat. A set A is a subset of B if all elements of set A are elements of the set B is called subset. So here A is a subset of B. Here A cross B. So all possible relations from A to B, that is equals to ordered pairs are 1 to 3 and 1 to 4. So 2 to 3 and 2 to 4. These are the all possible relations from A to B. So here R is a relation. So this is our first question from relations. R is a relation. Here A comma B such that A is belongs to A. Here elements of A is belongs to A. Here B is belongs to B. Here elements B belongs to B. For every, our condition is A is equals to B minus 2. So this is the relation. How would you say about A is related to B? So this is the solution of A is related to B. Here A elements are 1 and 2. Substitute these elements in the given condition, that is equals to A is equals to B minus 2 is the condition. Here substitute instead of A, that is equals to 1. So 1 is equals to B minus 2. So minus 2 transpose B is equals to 3. This way, here 1 is related to 3 depending upon our given relation. So here and remaining element is 2. Substitute 2 instead of our condition A. A is equals to B minus 2. 2 is equals to B minus 2. So minus 2 transpose B is equals to 4. So element A is related to B. So here our ordered pairs are 2, 4. So all ordered pairs are here A is related to B is 1, 3. This is 1, 3 and 2, 4. 2, 4. So symbolically we can represent it as 1 is related to 3 and 2 is related to 4. So here in this situation we can say that a set A is a subset of B here. So in this situation we can say that A related to B is a subset of A cross B. Here all elements in A related to B 1, 3, 2, 4 are in A cross B. So here it is A related to B is a subset of A cross B. So this is the subset meaning. So A cross B, this is very important point to remember. A cross B is a universal possible relations, means this is the universal possible relations from A to B. So any relation R is a subset of A cross B. Finally, we can state that any relation is a subset of A cross B. So this is the number of elements in set A cross B formula. This is the formula of finding the number of elements in set A cross B. So here the number of elements in set A is equals to P and the number of elements in set B is equals to Q. So the number of elements in set A cross B is equals to P into Q. So this is the example. So A is equals to 2, 3, 4. That is equals to 3 elements are in the set A. In set B is equals to 5, 6. So this is 1, 2. The set B having 2 number of elements. So that is equals to Q. Number of elements in set A 3 is equals to P. So the number of elements in set A cross B is equals to 3 into 2, that is equals to 6. So here our formula is P into Q. P into Q, 3 into 2, that is equals to 6. We can find out directly by applying this formula. So this is the verification of set A cross B relation. All possible relations are from A to B is equals to 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6, and 3 comma 5, 3 comma 6, 3 comma 5, 3 comma 6, and 4 comma 5, 4 comma 6. So how many elements are set A cross B? That is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can find out directly by applying this formula. So number of relations from A to B is equals to, this is the formula of relations from A to B, 2 to the power of P into Q. This is the formula of number of relations from A to B. So next our subtopic, relation on set A. So this is the definition. A is a non-empty set. A is a relation on set A. A is a relation on set A to A. If R is a subset of A cross A, so any relation is a subset of A cross A. The relation is known as binary relation on set A. This type of relation is known as binary relation on set A. So this is the formula of relations. Number of elements in set A is equals to P, then number of relations on A is equals to number of relations, not the number of elements. This is relations on set A is equals to like this, number of relations from A to B. Here is also number of relations on set A is equals to 2 power P square. This is the binary relation on set A. Okay. Next our subtopic, representation of a relation. How many ways we have to represent a relation? There are 3 ways to represent any relation. So first one is set builder form. This is also called as rule method. So this is your HW. So this formation, this representation is called set builder form. So here relation is the elements A comma B such that A is belongs to set A, elements B belongs to set B for every A is more than B. Here our condition syntax is A is more than B. This is the relation from A to B. So or this more than symbolically represent it as A is greater than B. So in mathematics this more than represent by the symbol that is A greater than B. So this is a relation A comma B are the elements such that A is belongs to set A, B is belongs to set B. For every A is more than B. So where the elements are in set A is equals to 3 comma 5 comma 8 and B is equals to 2 comma 4 comma 6. These are the elements from set A and set B. So this is your second problem from set builder form. So R is a relation that is equals to A comma B elements such that A is belongs to set A and elements B belongs to set B for every A is equals to B minus 1. This is the syntax. This is the condition or relation. So here the elements of set A is equals to 3 comma 5 comma 8 and B is equals to 4 comma 6 comma 9 comma 10 comma 12. So second method, representation of a relation. Second method is raster form. This is also known as tabular form. So set of order pairs. In this representation, set of order pairs are given. So this is relation. This is also your homework. The set of order pairs from a relation are 1, 4, 3, 6 and 5, 8. This is your homework. Represent, it is set builder form. This is the set builder form. Represent these order pairs in set builder form. So next is mapping. We know that the mapping A is related to B. What are the elements of A and what are the elements of B? How A is related to B. This is mapping. So symbolic form. Symbolic form means 1 is related to 4 and 3 is related to 6. This type of symbolic formation. So this is also your HW. So from this HW, these are the main objectives. So first write set of order pairs. You must write the set of order pairs. Depending upon the conditions, the elements of set A and set B are here. So and also second one, represent symbolic relation of elements. Symbolic relations means, so 3 is related to some elements depending upon our condition. What is that condition? A is greater than B, like that. And mapping, we know that the mapping, diagram representation. This is the third method of representation of a relation. This one is arrow diagram. By the representation of any relation, this is the one of the method to indicate any relation from A to B. So this is your HW. You should find how A is related to B. Write set builder form, tabular form and symbolic form of these relations. These type of relations, this type of representation called as mapping. So it is the one of the way to represent of any relation. This method is also called as arrow diagrams. So next topic, domain and range of a relation. So here, when we consider a relation as a set of ordered pairs, these are the ordered pairs when we consider a relation. Here the domain is set of first components of all ordered pairs. Set of first components of all ordered pairs. Here first components 1, 2, 3. These are the domain. And next, range is equals to, what is range? So range is nothing but set of second components of all ordered pairs. Set of second components of all ordered pairs. Here second components are 2, 3, 4 and 9 from all ordered pairs. These are only second components. So these we can call as range. So range is equals to 2, 3, 4 and 9. So this is very convenient way to separate this domain and range from ordered pairs. So mapping is very convenient way to identify that what is domain and what is range. So here domain is A and range is B. A is related to B. This is the relation between A and B. 1 is related to 2, 2 is related to 3, 3 is related to 4 and 8 is related to 9. So this is the very convenient way to easily identify the domain and range. Next, our topic is types of relations on a set. These types of all relations from A to itself or some other set containing same elements of A. So our first relation is void relation. So pi means null set. It contains no elements. So pi is a subset of any set. It is also subset of A cross A. So next one, universal relation B, that is equals to A cross A is a subset of A cross A. The all ordered pairs of A is a subset of all ordered pairs of A. This relation is called universal relation. Next, third one, identity relation. So identity relation, it is indicated by the letter IA, means itself. So if A is equals to 1 to, the identity relations are 1 to 1 and 2 to 2. Next one, reflexive relation. Reflexive relation means contains the identity relation plus some other ordered pairs. Means the here identity relation is 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 2 plus some other ordered pairs, means 1 comma 2 or some 2 comma 1. This type of examples are called reflexive relation. So next one is symmetric relation. Symmetric relations means pairs of interchangeable. Interchangeable means A comma B is belongs to R, B comma A is belongs to also R. This type of relations are called symmetric relation. Here A comma B is belongs to A. So here from this example, symmetricity means 1 comma 2 is a relation, 2 comma 1 is also relation. This type of relation is called symmetric relation. So transitive relation. Transitive relation means A comma B ordered pairs is belongs to R and B comma C also belongs to R. So that is equals to, that imposes A comma C is also belongs to R. This type of relation is called transitive relation. Once again I repeat, A comma B is belongs to R and B comma C is also belongs to R. That imposes A comma C is also belongs to R is called as transitive relation. And next G, antisymmetric relation. What is antisymmetric relation? Antisymmetric relation is nothing but opposite of symmetric relation. Means A comma B is belongs to R and B comma A is also belongs to R is a symmetric relation. But antisymmetric relation is called B comma A is not belongs to R. This type of pair is not possible in antisymmetry. So this type of sets, ordered pairs, are called antisymmetric relation. So next one, equivalence relation. So when a set A is reflexive and symmetric relation and also follows transitive relation, then A is called equivalent relation. So once again I repeat, if a set follows reflexive relation and symmetric relation and transitive relation, this type of relations follows a set is called equivalent set. So some of the examples of equivalent set is parallels or similars to. The lines are parallel in a plane is an example of equivalence relation, and in a plane the triangles are similar to each other. This is one of the example of equivalence relation. These are the types of relations with examples. So first, void set. So void relation. First, void relation. Void set is subset of universal any relation. So here void set is a subset of A cross A. This is the one of the relation A cross A. So next one, B, universal relation. So any relation is a subset of itself is called universal relation. Here A cross A is subset of A cross A. And next one, C, identity relation. What is identity relation? The identity relation is nothing but the elements of A related to itself is called identity relation. Here A is equals to 1, 2, 3. So related to itself means A is related to A. 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. This type of relation is called identity relation. Next one, reflexive relation. So the definition of reflexive relation is ordered pairs are in identity relation plus some other relations. So first, this part is identity relation plus some other relations are, these are the some other relations. So here identity relation is, so this is also example of this problem. So 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 and some other relations are 3 comma 2 and 1 comma 2. So reflexive relation means must have identity relation and some other relations. These are the all ordered pairs examples of reflexive relation. So next, comparison of identity and reflexive relation. What are the qualities differentiate the identity relation from reflexive relation? So first one, identity relation is unique. Next one, identity relation is a subset of reflexive relation. So this is a proper subset. It is not a subset. It is a proper subset. Next one, identity relation is reflexive. But reflexive is not always an identity relation. Hope you understand this concept. Once again I repeat, reflexive is always not an identity relation, but identity relation is reflexive. This is converse statement. Here converse is not possible. Next, some of the examples of identity and reflexive relations. These are the examples of reflexive relations. So R is equals to A comma B. A is greater than or equal to B. A comma B belongs to natural numbers. In natural numbers, any number is greater than the other number or equals to the itself. So next one, the power set. Power set means number of subsets of a given set. That is called power set. Power set of given non-empty set is reflexive. So always A cross A is reflexive set. So number of all relations of a given set A is reflexive. A cross A is reflexive. Next one, third one, A is equals to set of all lines in a plane. So in a plane we have to draw different types of lines. Some of the lines are perpendicular, some of the lines are parallel, and some of the lines are different from each other. So here it is a relation R, A comma B, such that A is parallel to B. So A comma B belongs to A. This type of relation is called as reflexive relation.
In our next class, we will discuss our remaining statements and related problems. If you have any doubts, please contact my number. Thank you.